Friends, welcome to our today's session. We are going to start the chapter residential status. In the context of income tax, residential status is very important. From the very beginning, we know the computation of total income depends on residential status, or you can say the scope of total income is linked to residential status. Right? Only when you know the residential status, then only we'll be able to compute the total income of different category of persons. Right? And this residential status needs to be computed every year. It's not that once you are a resident, always you will be resident. It's not nothing like that. Every year one needs to know what is his residential status. There are various category of persons. How many category of persons are there? Have you remember? When we have understood
Seven.
seven category of persons, right? And this residential status computation rules are different for different category of persons. And we have to remember again, it has to be computed every year. Now I am going to share the relevant screen with you. I think it's visible to you. Yeah. And from the very beginning, let it make it clear that the residential status concept we are learning uh, in respect to assessment year 21-22. So the latest law for assessment year 21-22, I'll be teaching you residential status concepts for this assessment year only. Okay, right. And I understand this is the assessment year which is relevant for you. In case you know this residential status law, that means, in fact, what has happened in this particular assessment, there are some changes have come for assessment year 21-22. If you want to know the earlier law, that means what was the law for assessment year 2021, then we are already having 5 videos in our YouTube channel. You can refer to that. Right. That is for the assessment year 2021. But now I'll be teaching you for assessment year 21-22. Okay, is it clear to you? Videos are already available, old videos. You can refer to that in case you need. Yeah. Now, friends, as I told you, computation of total income depends on residential status. And income is different in case if a person is resident in India, and it will be different if the person is not resident in India. And this residential status needs to be computed for every year. If you look at this chart, as you can see, you already know the definition of the person. It's an inclusive definition, and there are 7 categories of person. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me? Can you list out?
Yeah.
Can you list out?
So individual,
Yeah.
HUF, firm,
Okay. Individual,
association of
HUF,
persons,
or
body of individuals,
AOPBY, that
company,
is company,
local authority,
local authority,
artificial judicial person.
artificial juridical person. So these are 7 category of persons. The term person includes all the 7 category of persons. And in certain situations, these persons can be called as assessee when the tax or any other sum of money is payable, when a proceeding is going on, right? When the person has not complied some of the provisions of the income tax law, that person can be called as an assessee, right? And once he is an assessee, let us say tax or some other sum of money is payable, there is a need to arrive at his residential status. Okay, and these 7 category of persons, we will classify them into 2 broad categories. One is, let us say, individuals and HUF one category, and all other assessees are other category. Okay, individual HUF one category and all other assessees. All other assessees means who else remain? So out of this 7 category, individual and HUF, you leave them. Another 5 category of persons. Can you tell me who are they? Except individual HUF.
So firm, association of persons and body of
Yeah,
individuals,
farm,
company, local
AOPBY,
authority, artificial
company,
judicial.
local authority, and AJP. Right. So these 5 category of person, as you told, that means except individual and HUF, their residential status can be only 2 kinds. There is a possible. That means only two kinds of residential statuses are possible. One is resident in India or what? Can you read it?
Non-resident in India.
Okay.
Resident in
That means they can be either resident or they can be non-resident.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, that is clear. Only two possibilities are there. Now let us come to this category individual and HUF. Okay, and individual and HUF, this year there are some changes. They can be either resident in India or they can be non-resident in India. First of all, we'll understand. Okay, they can be either resident in India or non-resident in India. But once they're resident in India, then again, what will happen? They can be, we have to further classify them as resident and ordinary resident in India and resident but not ordinary resident in India. Okay, we'll be learning the definition of all these things. What is the meaning of resident in India? What is the meaning of resident and ordinary resident in India? And what is the meaning of resident but not ordinary resident in India? All these things we'll be learning. First, now broadly you understand they can be either resident in India or non-resident in India. But once they are resident in India, again we have to subclassify them as a resident and ordinary resident in India, or B, resident but not ordinary resident in India. Okay, is it clear to them? Is it clear
Yes,
up to
sir.
this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But this year, but for this assessment year, there is a new concept that is called as the deemed resident concept for individuals that is applicable, not for HUF. Only for individual, there is one more possibility that in certain situations, there will be one individual may be deemed to be a resident. Okay? This was not there in previous assessment year. Right? Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
For assessment year 21-22, we are learning this concept deemed resident. I'll be explaining you what is that. And they will be treated just like resident but not ordinary resident. Okay. They'll be treated like this, but there is one more category that is called deemed resident. Is it clear? Broadly you have understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now same thing, same chart. I'm explaining you in a different way. You see, residential status is dealt in section 6. So now we are going to learn the section 6 of Income Tax Act 1960. Right. Farm, AOP, local authority, company, AJP, etc. will be classified either as resident or non-resident. Okay. And individuals and HUF can be classified as resident but non-resident. But there is one more category only for individual, that is deemed resident. Okay. And once someone is resident, we have to classify them as resident and ordinary resident or resident but not ordinary resident. This is how we have to classify. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This particular concept is new to us for this year.
Okay, sir.
Okay. This particular
Yes, sir.
concept is new, so we'll be learning that thing. There are some amendments in particularly in relation to section 6. So we need to learn this thing. We need to pay attention for that. Yeah. Now we are going to, first of all, we'll be learning section 6, subsection 1. Subsection 1 has got some clauses. But before teaching you this thing, let me show you that section first. Just a minute. Let us visit to Income Tax Department website. Let us have a look how section 6 looks like. Just give me a moment. Now tell me what you are seeing on the screen.
Google.
Google.
Yeah, Google Chrome page you are seeing. Now, can you read what I'm typing?
Income Tax India Government.in.
Yeah. Now you see, we have entered into Income Tax Department's website. I want to show you the section 8 of Income Tax Act. Here you see there is a link, there is a hyperlink here, acts. It may be little fonts might be quite small, but you see acts. So if I click here, I can see various acts, but I'm interested in Income Tax Act 1961. I am going to click here, Income Tax Act 1961. And right now I want to show you the section 6. Can you read it? No, sorry. Yeah, section 6. Section 6 is here. Can you read?
Residence in India.
Residence in India. That concept we want to know. You know, this is the primary law. In case you have any doubt on any section, you can directly refer to Income Tax Act itself. Section 6. I am going to show you. Now you see, this is how income section 6 looks like. Okay, residents in India. Okay, there has been some changes here in this particular person. I'll be telling you what are the changes here, what are the amendments, and there are, you see, some explanation to the amendments. So all these things we are going to learn. So this is the section we are going to learn. Just have a look at how section looks like, so that in case you need, and in case you need any clarification, then you can refer to this section directly. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You yourself uh, you can try to familiarize yourself with the income tax department website, and it is on your own interest to go to the website and see the content of this particular section. Okay, now I'll be showing you the other screen. Again, I'm taking you to our PPT files. Now, first we'll understand section 6, subsection 1. What is section 6? What is subsection 1? If you want to know exact verbatim representation of that thing, you can go to the site and you can read it. Now we'll see if you can read. First of all, we'll be talking about an individual. We'll see what is the residential status of an individual. You see, an individual is said to be resident in India if he satisfies any one of the following two conditions. So these are the two conditions. Meaning, if any one of these conditions are satisfied, then he will be called as the resident of India. Okay. Now you see. Condition number 1. Can you read it? I request some of you to read the first condition.
He is in India for a period or periods amounting in all to 182 days or more in the relevant PY.
That is previous year. Okay.
Previously. Okay,
So
sir.
first condition is that he is in India for a period or periods amounting in all to 182 days or more in the relevant previous year. That means we have to see what is relevant previous year. I am talking about assessment year 21-22. If I talk about assessment year 21-22, then what is the relevant previous year? Can you tell me?
2021.
2021. So we have to see.
2021.
So in case of an individual, we have to see in the year 2021 whether he has stayed for how many days? 182 days or more. Either 182 days or more. Okay. And you see it says period and periods. That means it's not necessary that he needs to stay continuously. He may stay for some time, he may go out of India, again come, again go out of India, again he can come back like this. But all the periods you have to take. Okay, period for a continuous period or for periods, all amounting to 182 days or more if he has stayed during the 11th previous year, then he may be or he shall be treated as a resident in India. Right? Or in between, you see, can you see this what? What is written here? Or.
It is all.
Or means either this condition or this condition is satisfied. If this condition is satisfied, we need not test the second condition also because it is an additional condition. Either this condition or this condition. Okay, if what it is said here, any one condition is satisfied, then he is resident. Even if other condition is not compliant. Okay, but if first one is not satisfied, we have to check the second condition also. Second condition says he is in India for 60 days or more during relevant previous year. Again, during relevant previous year, you have to see if you are talking about assessment year 21-22, the relevant previous year is 2021. in 2021 he should have stayed 60 days or more. And you see what is the word here written?
And
And that means in addition to that, here it's not or. Second condition, as you can say two subparts. One is and has been in India for 365 days or more during 4 previous years immediately preceding the relevant previous year. We have to refer to 4 preceding previous years. Okay, 4 preceding previous years means, give me a second.
2016 to 2020.
Yeah. What is our assessment here? You tell me.
2021,
Which
22.
assessment you are talking about?
2021-22.
Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Yeah, are you listening now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There was some audio issues. No, it's okay. Set it right. Okay. I was asking you. Now we are taking the exam in your example. What is the assessment here we are referring to?
2021-22.
22.
2021-22 is the assessment year we are talking about, right? And what is the previous year? That will be called as the relevant previous year.
2020 and 21.
2020 and 21.
21.
This is the previous year we are referring to. Okay. First condition already we know that in this previous year he should have stayed 182 days or more, either 182 days or more. Okay. That is first condition. But there is an additional condition. Either of these condition has to be passed. Other condition says the 122 days is fine. Otherwise, in this year, he should have stayed 60 days. And we have to refer to 4 preceding previous years. That means 4 previous years preceding to the relevant previous year. What are those 4 preceding previous years? Can you tell me? This is 2021.
2016.
No, 2021.
2019,
1920. Then
18, 19,
18, 19.
18, 18, 17, 18,
17, 18. Then
16, 17.
17. If these 4 years you have to say 4 preceding years. And how many days you should have stayed? All amounting to
365 days.
365. Okay, either this condition 182 days only in 2021, then we are happy. If that is not satisfied, if that condition is not satisfied, then what we have to see? We have to see whether he has stayed in 60 days. If he has not stayed for 60 days, then also we need not check the 4 preceding previous years, because these are joint conditions, 60 days plus 365 days. Is it not? If 60 days is not there, there is no point in checking previous 4 preceding years. Are you getting me? So these two things are the joint condition. They has to be satisfied. Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, as you have seen, these are the 2 conditions. Just have a look once again. He has been in India for a periods period or periods amounting to 182 days or more in the relevant previous year, or he is in India for 60 days or more during relevant previous year and has been in India for 365 days or more during 4 previous years immediately preceding the relevant previous year. Okay. So if none of these conditions are not satisfied, then simply he is not a resident, he will be non-resident. Did you understand this concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, few related terms, few related concepts we need to understand. First of all, what is the meaning of stay in India? Stay in India, normal meaning, but stay in India includes stay in territorial waters of India. That means if some person has stayed in a ship within the territorial waters of the India, right? Still, that will be taken as stay in India. So, stay in India includes stay in the territorial waters of India. That means 12 nautical miles into sea from the Indian coastline will all forms a part of territorial waters of India. If somebody has stayed in that waters, that will also be considered as stay in India. Okay, that is first concept. One more concept we have to not do. This period of stay has nothing to do with citizenship. Whether the person is citizen of India or not, that doesn't matter. Right? To arrive for assessment of residential status, we need not worry about the citizenship. We have to only consider his period of stay. Okay? Did you understand these two concepts?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. If you have understood, now friends, take a piece of paper. Here is a small exercise for you. Let us try this. Okay. Please come with a piece of paper. This is the 7 situations I am giving in a case. You have to answer me. What is the residential status? Let us do this exercise. Okay. Are you ready with a paper? Piece of paper?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you see, what is the assessment here? Tell me.
21, 22.
21, 22.
For 21, 22, this is my previous year. That is relevant previous year is 2021. And these which are coming in the pink color, they are the 4 previous years preceding to relevant previous year. So 1920, 1819, 1718, and 1617. Okay, right? Now you have to answer me first case. Case 1. You see, this is the number of days of stay. Case 1, that is, this is one individual. He has stayed for this many periods. Tell me, what is his residential status?
He is a resident of India.
He is a resident.
Resident of India.
Resident of India.
Okay. On what basis you are saying? First condition or second condition? Or both?
First. Both
Yeah,
satisfied.
both. But both you need not check. In fact, if he has already satisfied first condition, okay, he is resident. There is no point in checking second condition. But both the conditions are compliant. You can say he is. All of you are agreeing he is resident or
Yes,
not?
sir.
Resident.
Yes.
He is resident. Okay. Now second case, please answer me.
Sir,
Resident.
according to first case, he is a resident of India.
According to first case, he is resident. No doubt. Anyone having any doubt? No, he is resident. Second condition we need not check because either of the condition has to satisfy. Second condition is not compliant, but doesn't matter. According to first condition, he is a resident. Okay, all of you are agreeing to this. Yeah. Now, case 3. Please tell me.
The second condition applies.
First condition is compliant.
No.
No, sir.
No.
Second condition.
But
Yes,
first condition is that in the relevant previous year 60 days and preceding 4 previous years all taken together
365 days.
So second condition is compliant. So what will be the residential status? Resident or non-resident?
Resident.
Resident. Good.
Resident.
Resident. And what about case 4? You see,
Resident is resident.
resident. Which condition? First
Second.
Second condition. So second condition complying, you are saying is again resident. Case number 5.
Non-resident.
Non-resident. Why non-resident? You see, 365 days he has stayed.
But in the
Sir,
previous
minimum
year,
60
just
days.
Okay, so second conditions, first part is not complied with, right? So 60 plus 365. So 60 days is not complied. So there is no need to check 365 also because that is joint concern, right? So he is again what?
non-resident.
Non-resident. He's non-resident. Okay. Case 6.
Resident.
Resident, sir.
Why resident? Second condition is not complied.
Sir, with the first.
First
First condition.
condition.
Okay, because any one of the condition needs to be complied. So second case is
Resident.
resident. Case 7.
non-resident.
Non-resident. Why you are saying non-resident? 180, 60 plus 365 is not there, right?
365.
Second condition is not complied. So he is
Non-resident.
non-resident. You see, there can be many multiple choice questions from this particular scene. Okay, many
Sir,
situations.
case 5, please.
Case 5. Case 5, you see, what are the two conditions you know? Condition number 1, in the relevant previous year, he should have stayed 182 days or more. Whether he has stayed? No.
No, sir.
No.
No.
So first condition is not compliant. So we have to check the second condition. Second condition says in the relevant previous year, he should have stayed 60 days plus. In addition to that, in the 4 preceding previous years, he has to stay at least 365 days. But the 60 days is not compliant. Has he stayed for 60 days?
No, sir.
Then there is no point in checking additional points. The 60 days are not compliant and they're joint conditions. So therefore, he will be treated as a non-resident. Is it clear?
Sir,
Yes.
case 4, I have a doubt. Can you explain, please?
Okay. Again, I will take you to the conditions. You see, first condition is that in the relevant previous year, 362 days. Oh, sorry, 182 days. Or 60 days and 365 days. Here and here it is or. So second condition, first of all, we have to say 60 days he has stayed in the relevant previous year. If he has stayed, then we'll check in addition to that whether he has stayed at least 365 days or more during 4 previous years immediately preceding the previous year. If here he has stayed only 50 days, then there is no point because this condition is anyway not compliant.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Is it clear to you?
yes, sir.
Should we
Yes,
do
sir.
one round? Okay, one more similar. Almost no, I am extending the situation. These are 7 cases I had given you. Now, case 8 to 14. Again, 7 more cases we are going to try. You see. Now, first case 8. Tell me.
Resident.
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 Which condition? First or
Second
second?
condition.
Second condition.
60 plus 365, right? 60 plus 365 plus 10. Case 9.
Non-resident.
Not resident.
Resident.
Okay, 60 plus
Non-resident.
365 is not there. Non-resident. Right. Case 10.
Second
Resident.
condition. Second condition.
Second
Resident.
Second
condition.
condition applies.
Resident. Resident or
Yes.
non-resident?
Resident.
Resident.
Resident. Case 11.
Non-resident.
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 Why non-resident? 60 plus 365 is not there.
364.
364 is there. Okay. Non-resident.
Non-resident.
Case 12.
Non-resident.
Non-resident.
Non-resident. Because 59 is there. No need to check any other thing. Is definitely non-resident. Case 13.
Resident.
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 Second condition.
Second
Yes.
condition. 60 plus 365. Okay. Case 14.
Non-resident.
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 Non-resident. Okay. Both the conditions are not compliant. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it very difficult thing or it's very easy?
Easy, sir.
Easy.
It is very easy. It's very easy, but there is every possibility that question may come from this area. But once you have understood these 14 combinations, it is not at all difficult. It will be very easy for you. Very comfortably, you can solve this. Okay.
Sir,
But yeah.
sir, please explain the case 2 again.
Case 2.
Case 2.
Okay. Case 2. You see. We are
Yes.
taking 2 conditions. That means in the relevant previous year, the assessee should have stayed 182 days. Okay. That is condition 1. Or in the relevant previous year, he should have stayed at least 60 days plus in the 4 preceding previous year, he should have stayed 365 days. Here, case 2, he has already complied because he has stayed 182 days. So the
Yes,
second
sir.
condition we need not check because either of the conditions needs to be complied. Okay, now you see, or so the first condition is complied. Why to check the second condition? You can see any one of the following conditions needs to be satisfied. One
Okay,
condition is
sir.
satisfied.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Now you see, so far so simple, so nice, but we'll see some exception.
Case,
Okay,
sir, in case
yeah.
number 13, 14, there is little confusion. 13, 14.
Yeah, why confusion? You see, 108 to 82 days he has not stayed. So first condition is not compliant. You have to check only the second condition. Second condition, what it says, 60 days. Yes, he has stayed 60 days during relevant previous year. And the 4 preceding previous years, you have to say whether he has stayed at least 365 days or not. Here he has already stayed 365 days. Therefore, he is resident. In the second case, he has not stayed for 365 days. He has stayed only for 364 days.
Okay, so you mean
Therefore,
to say ki 365 not every year, 65 in 4 years.
yeah, that's what I was saying. No, that's what I told you. All taken together, 365 days. Okay.
Okay, sir.
During 4 previous years, you have to take. Right. Every year, this is not stay for 365. Is it okay?
Yes,
Is it
sir.
clear?
Yes,
This is a
sir.
very basic concept regarding residential status. We all should confidently say that we have understood this. Okay, have you understood?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, very good. Now we'll add little complexity to this. Okay, this was, of course, this is quite simple. Not that complex, don't worry. Now, what I'm telling you, when that is a normal rule, I will be now going to tell you 3 exceptions to that. Okay, 3 exceptions to that we have to remember. First exception you have to read. What is the first exception? Individual who is a citizen of India and who lives in India in any previous year for the purpose of employment. So for employment of India, if the citizen of India is leaving India, that is one exception. We'll see what is that exception. Second exception is that individual who is a citizen of India who lives in India in any previous year as a member of crew in an Indian ship. Second situation is that he is living, that Indian citizen is living as a crew member, that too in an Indian ship, not in a foreign ship. Okay, first case he is living for the purpose of employment. Second, he is living as a crew member. He is a crew member in an Indian ship. Okay, these are 2 exceptions I told you. Remember, both the cases, what is the condition? He should be Indian citizen. He should leave India either for employment or as a crew member in an Indian ship. Did you understand first and second?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Third case is, we have to remember, third case is that individual citizen who is a citizen of India or a person of Indian origin. Here there are 2 things. Either he may be citizen of India or he may be a person of Indian origin. Okay. Indian origin. He may not be citizen of India, but he should be a person of Indian origin. What is the meaning of person of Indian origin? I'll be explaining you in detail in subsequently. Right now, you have to remember, if that person's father or grandfather are born in undivided India. Undivided India means, roughly you understand, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh all taken together. That person will be considered as a person of Indian origin. Okay, either his parents or grandparents are born in undivided India, then he will be considered as a person of Indian origin. Exact meaning I will be telling you subsequently. Did you understand? So if he is a citizen of India, or he is a person of Indian origin who, being outside India, comes on a visit to India. In the first 2 cases, the person was leaving India. Third case, you see, he is coming to India on a visit. Right? Understood these 3 situations?
Yes, sir.
In that case, what will happen? the period of 60 days mentioned before. 60 days, where it was mentioned? It was mentioned in the second condition. Second condition, part 1. Is it not? The 60 days mentioned before shall be read as 182 days. Okay. Did you understand this example? First, did you understand this exception? First is that Indian citizen leaving India for employment. Second case, Indian citizen leaving India as a crew member in Indian ship. Third case, Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin coming to India on a visit. In these three situations are there, then the 60 days, which I had told you before, shall be read as 182 days. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now you see, okay. Now, this is one more complexity I'll be adding. Just give me 1 moment. That means what has happened? These are the two conditions I had told you. Condition 1, 182 days. Condition 2, 60 days plus 365 days. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now what I'm saying, this 60 days shall be read as what?
180.
2 days.
182 days. 60 days will be replaced by 182 days. Now you see, here it is how many days?
182.
Here what he says, 182 days plus 365 days. Okay. If this is 182 days, now you see the second condition has got no meaning, because if he's staying for 182 days, then he is already a resident by application of clause 1.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
The
sir.
second condition is useless for us. I need not check, because he's staying 182 days, then as per clause 1, he is resident.
Yes, sir.
So there is no point in second condition. Are you getting? There is no point in verifying the condition 2.
Yes, sir.
Condition number 2. Are you getting? So now lesson here is that in case these situations, these three situations I told you, what we'll do, we'll check only first condition, 182 days. What are these three situations? Indian citizen leaving India for employment. Mind you, again, I repeat, Indian citizen leaving India for employment. Second situation, Indian citizen leaving India as a crew member in an Indian ship. Right? Condition number 3, Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin who, being outside India, comes to India on a visit. Okay, these are the three situations. Only first condition we have to see, that is 182 days. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear to you? Now, can you tell me these three conditions, three exceptions?
Indian citizen living in
Citizenship.
India for employment.
Very good. Indian citizen leaving India for employment. Condition 2. Second situation.
Leaving as a crew member on an Indian ship.
Crew member, Indian citizen, crew member, Indian ship. Right. These are the three things. Third case.
Indian origin comes to India on a visit.
No. Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin.
Indian origin coming to India for
Citizen. In that case, what we'll do? We'll check only the first condition. That is 182
days.
Okay. So is it clear? Of course, I added a small complexity to it. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
now
Sir,
what?
I have,
Yeah, please
sir,
tell me.
all three are required to only once 182 days, or first two are
No.
residents?
Right now, I told you all three. Okay. What I told you, these are the three exceptions. Any doubt here?
No, sir.
No. But you see, I'm just, it's up to this. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you see. Now you can see when writing the third condition, can you see an asterisk mark here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I think you are asking from that point of view. Gradually, I'll be telling you what is that asterisk mark. You see. So first situation was quite simple. Now you see it's little complexity I added. That three exceptions are there. where 60 days is not relevant, we have to say 182 days, right? But there is one more complexity I am going to add, provided you are comfortable at this stage. Are you comfortable up to this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now
Yes.
one more complexity will add. That complexity is only in respect to the third condition. Third exception. What is the third condition? Third exception, Indian citizen or person of Indian origin who is coming to India for a visit. Okay. Now you see, this is again amendment. Previous year, this was not there. Okay. And this is applicable to only the third category of persons. Now, if you can see the slide, you can also understand. However, such person, can you see the wording? What is written here? Such person. And the meaning of such person I am explaining, individual who is a citizen of India or a person of Indian origin who being outside India comes on a visit to India in a previous year. That means I am talking about the third exception category of person. Right? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you see one more complexity, and you have to see that situation if that total Indian income exceeds 15 lakh. This is one more condition. Now let me read it. However, such person having total income other than the income from foreign sources, other than the income from foreign sources means we will consider only his Indian income, exceeding 15 lakh rupees during the previous year. If it exceeds how much? 15 lakh rupees, he will be treated as resident. If, what is the if? First condition is same, 182 days. If he's 182 days, then of course he is always a resident, even if it is not exceeding 15 lakh rupees. If his period of stay during relevant previous year amounts to 182 days or more, or he has been in India during 4 years immediately preceding the previous year for the total period of 365 days or more, okay, and has been in India for at least 182 days, sorry, at least in India for 120 days. That means in this kind of situation, what will happen? This 60 days, that is first condition was there, 182 days, that is as it is. But in the second condition, where it was 60 days plus 365 days, and the 60 days, was 182 days in 3 exceptional cases. But in one more case, that is a third case. Third case is that if the person is a person of Indian origin or an Indian citizen coming to India, right, and his total Indian total income exceeds rupees 15 lakh, then the 60 days shall be read as how many days?
120 days.
120 days. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
This is one more complexity. Okay, we have to understand it like this. Again, I repeat this thing. I told you conditions are very simple. 180 days or 60 plus 365 days. But there are 3 exceptions. You know already the exceptions. But coming to the third exception, there is one more condition. Third more exception is also same thing. That means instead of 60, it will be read as 180 days, 182 days. But in case these persons, third category of persons, have total Indian income is more than 15 lakh, then instead of 180 days, 182 days, it will be read as how much? 120 days. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, for
Yeah.
the first 2 cases, it will be 182 days, but for the third case, it will be 120 days.
Only 120 days.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Is it clear to you? So
Yes,
this
sir.
is a new concept. I expect all of you should remember it like this. Do not get confused. Complexity is there. Definitely, it is little complex in comparison to the last year, in comparison to the assessment year 2021. Now we are learning about assessment year 21-22, but we have to deal with this complexity. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you still have any doubt? So the 120 days I told you with respect to third exception,
Yes, sir.
right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, friends. Now, one more concept I will tell you. Yeah, if that is clear, now we are going to learn one additional section. And for this assessment here, this is a new section for us. Now you know this concept, as I told you, this is a new concept. What is this concept? Can you read it here? Section 6(1)(a) we are talking about. Can you read it?
Deemed resident.
Deemed resident concept, we'll see. Now you see what is this deemed resident concept. An individual being a citizen whose total income other than foreign sources, that means in Indian income, exceeding rupees 15 lakh in the previous year would be deemed to be resident in India in the previous year if this is the condition. He is not liable to pay tax in any other country or territory or any other country or territory or any other by any other country or territory by reason of his domicile or residence or any other criteria of similar nature. That should be read like this. Just a minute, friends. Okay, I think screen share got disturbed. I'll be sharing the screen right now. Give me a moment. Just are you seeing the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Are you seeing the PPT now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So I repeat once again. An individual being a citizen of India whose total income other than from foreign sources, that means if his total Indian income exceeding rupees 15 lakh during the previous year, he shall be deemed to be resident in India if he is not liable to pay tax in any other country or territory by reason of his domicile or residence or any other criteria of similar nature. That means if his total Indian income is exceeding 15 lakh rupees and he is not paying tax in any country for whatever reason, then what will happen? He will be deemed to be resident in India. This is the new section which has been introduced. Is it clear?
Sir,
But here
if he's,
condition, yeah, tell
sir,
me.
if he's not in India, still he have to pay.
Yeah, still he has to pay. Here stay doesn't matter. Okay, he should be an Indian citizen and his total Indian income should exceed how much? 15 lakh rupees. He will be deemed resident. Okay, is it clear
Yes,
to
sir.
you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is one additional thing we have to remember. Okay, I'll do one thing. I will show you that particular section so that
So the income is only from foreign sources, like that income will not be earned in India.
no, here we are talking about that 15 lakh is to be tested with respect to his Indian income.
But it's written income from foreign sources.
No,
You
Indian
see
sources.
what is written here. Let me show you once again. You read it. His total income other than income from foreign sources, which I am explaining you Indian sources. Other than income from foreign sources. That what is the meaning of other than income from foreign sources? It has been explained to you in this bracket, but if you read it, it may appear a little confusing. Therefore, to avoid that thing, I just simply told you his total Indian income. Did you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. You see, other than the income from foreign sources. That means other than the income from foreign sources means what? It's Indian income we're talking about. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me show you that thing in the section itself. I would like to show you now. You see. Now, friends, this is what section 6. Are you able to see it?
Yes, sir.
You see, this is the third exception, Indian citizen, person of Indian origin. Okay, here there is a, you see, bracket, it has been added. That means the third exception, as I told you, the 60 days will be 120 days, 120 days. That is only for the third category of exception, which I told you. Okay, now this is one additional 1A is there, which I explained you. You can check this thing. I just wanted to show you in case you are still confused, you can refer to the original section. You can understand. Okay, I think this is quite clear to you, but in case still you have some doubt, you can refer there. Did you understand the concept of deemed income?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, deemed resident.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 120 days is only in that case. All right. Now, quickly, I will be telling you what is the meaning of Indian origin. Indian origin means either that assessee, he or his parents or grandparents are born in undivided India. And you know, we have to calculate the days of stay on the basis of number of days. So, number of days, normally, both arrival and departure days shall be included. Okay, and stay need not be continuous. One person may stay for some period, go out, then again come back. Right. So, all these things has to be taken care of. If the time data is not available, that means what time person is leaving India, what time he is entering into India, if that is not available, then both arrival date and departure date shall be included. Both arrival date, departure dates, and where possible, time are also stamped in that person's visa, in person's passport. You can, from the passport entry, we can find out what is the time of entry, what is the time of exit. Right. So if time of arrival and departure is available, what time person leaving India, what time person is arriving at India, then 1 day shall be considered on the basis of 24 hours. 24 hours will be regarded as 1 day. This condition you have to remember. If time data is not available, both arrival date, departure dates will be included as period of stay, included in the period of stay. Okay. Now, friends, here is one more test for you. Read this question, take a piece of paper and answer me. Some of you, please read this question. Please read this question.
Find residential status of Mr. X in the following situations. Came to India for the first time on 6th June of the previous year and departed on 4th December.
Yes. So we are talking about assessment year 21-22. So our previous year is what? 2021.
2020 and 2021.
2020. Here we are talking about Mr. X, meaning he's an individual. An individual. He came to India for the first time on 6th June. That means 6th June of which year? We're talking about 2021. So 6th June 2020 he came and departed on 4th December 20. What is his residential status? Can you tell me? Here, in this kind of question, how you need to solve? You have to make a chart month-wise. What is the month's total date and how many days he has stayed? So time is not available. So both arrival and departure dates needs to be included. You quickly tell me how many days he has stayed in India.
Is it 182 days?
We'll check it. Any other answer? Anyone having a different answer?
181, sir.
181 or 182?
Exactly 182, sir, if we include the days of 6th June and 4th December.
Whether days is to be included or not?
They are to be included since time.
They are to be included. They are to be included. So what's the residential status?
Resident of India.
Yes. Okay. Are you getting the answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
To count the days. So always it is advisable to write the days of the month and again count, because you see, maybe appear to be a very easy question, but sometimes calculation mistakes may happen, because of which you may lose marks. So be WCO while calculating, and in, let us say, in between a leap year comes, so ensure that the February may not be always 28 days. In some years it can be 29 days also, right? Here, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
If it is a leap year, if the previous year falls in the leap year, then it will be 29 days. Okay, here we are referring to February 21. So therefore, February is taken as 28 days, because if assessment year is 21-22, previous year is 2021. This means February of 2021. Okay, therefore 20 days, 28 days. Are you getting these answers? All of you have understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's try one more question. Here is the second question. Please read this question.
He is also a resident.
Yeah, please check. Find the residential status of Mr. X in the following situations. Came to India for the first time on 6th June at 8 a.m. of the previous year and departed on 4th December on 7 p.m. Here time data is available. If time data is available, how will compute? We'll compute days on 24 hours a day basis. 24 hours is equal to 1 day.
Then he is a non-resident, sir.
Yeah. Here time data is available. Please tell me. All of you, please compute and let me know your answer. So resident or non-resident?
Non-resident, sir. 13 hours less than 182 days.
All of you are agreeing? No, I think I'm showing you the wrong data. Is a resident or non-resident in this situation? Anybody has computed? I'll show you.
Sir, if we compute that in hours basis, that he is non-resident.
Non-resident.
If we 8 hours, if we don't consider the hours, and if we consider the 1 day, whole 1 day, then he is a resident.
Yeah, here that time data is available. No? Are you seeing an Excel file?
Yes, sir.
Excel file, are you seeing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You see, you have to calculate the hours. Okay, if you calculate hours, let's say in June, number of days, how much? 24 days, 16 hours. And in December, 3 days and 19 hours. It's all taken together. You see, 35 hours means 1 day, because it exceeds 24 hours. So 180 plus 1, 181 days. So is a resident or non-resident?
Non-resident.
All of you are agreeing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here he'll be non-resident. If time data is not available, then he is a resident. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, one more example I am showing you. Are you seeing this? No, I think. Yeah, here is one more question. Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Obama, a US citizen, comes to India for the first time during the financial 16-17. During the financial 16-17, 17-18, 18-19, 19-20, and 20-21, he was in India for 55 days, 60 days, 80 days, 160 days, and 17 days respectively. Determine his residential status for assessment year 21-22. Can you determine? Here you have to check both the conditions. That means 182 days or 60 plus 365 days.
Based on the first condition itself, 60 days is fulfilled, so no need to see into the back years.
No, first condition is 60 days.
No.
Condition one is
Non-resident.
180 days.
180 days.
Yeah. Please check and please tell me. So please do it very carefully.
Non-resident, sir.
I'm showing you the answer. So is non-resident, it appears to me. Is it right? Whether these computations are right? Relevant previous year, he has stayed 70 days. So 60, all taken the other 4 preceding previous years, it should be 365, but he has stayed for 355. So 60 plus 365 conditions are not met. First condition is also not met because he has not stayed for 182 days. So accordingly, he is a resident or non-resident?
Non-resident.
Non-resident.
Non-resident. Okay. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is one more exercise. Please do it. A software professional left India for London on 15th March 2020 for taking practical training. He returned to India on 24th January 2021. Okay, assuming that he is returning on 24th January 2021. Determine his residential status for the assessment year 21-22 if the practical training is not for employment. Question is not clear whether it is for employment or not. Second, for employment. As you know, in case a citizen of India leaves India for the purpose of employment, then in the second condition, the 60 days shall be read as how many days?
182 days.
182 days. On that basis, you have to arrive at the answer. You have to say, first, how many days he has stayed? He has stayed for 68 days. If you see the calculations are big for you. Total. So in this case, you have to check only for first condition. If it is not for employment, then he is resident. If it is for employment, then it is non-resident. But not for employment, why resident? Because 60 days he has stayed. Okay.
For 6 days, it need to be read at 182 days.
Which one? Yeah, that you have to read is 182 days. Okay, so first conditions on the basis, if it is for employment, then we have to see 182 days. Therefore, he has not stayed. Therefore, he is non-resident. If it is not for employment, then he is leaving now. We'll assume earlier you were staying in India. So in the previous 4 years, you have stayed in India. And the current year, he has stayed for more than 60 days. Therefore, he is a resident. Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I request all of you practice at home all these exercises that you have done. And also, if you want, you can go through the videos once again and you can find out. And you can try to understand. In case you have any query, you can refer to me. You can ask me in your next class. Once I've understood or once you're confident about deciding the residential status, that is primary residential status, whether it's a resident or not. Next step is we have to again classify them. In case of individual and HUF, we have to classify them into two categories. What are these two categories? Resident and ordinary resident. And second category is a resident but not ordinary resident. But before doing that, we should be very confident that we are capable of doing the first classification. That means whether a person is resident or non-resident for individual. Okay, is it clear to you up to this? And here in this particular assessment year, when we are talking about assessment year 21-22, as you know, there is a deemed resident concept that you have to remember. Right? What is deemed resident? Broadly, can you tell me?
If his income previous year income is more than
Indian
exceeding
income. Indian income is more
exceeding
than
15 lakhs in the
15 lakh
previous year.
and is not liable to pay tax in any other country or any other territory. Right? That concept you have to remember. And one more concept you have to remember in the context of Indian citizen and person of Indian origin coming to India on a visit. Right? And if their total Indian income exceeds 15 lakh, what you have to do? The 60 days shall be read as 120 days. This is the additional thing. In all other situations, that means if the Indian citizen is leaving India for employment purpose, or Indian citizen is leaving India as a crew member, right? Or Indian citizen is coming to India, the person of Indian origin is coming to India for a visit, and where the total Indian income does not exceed 15 lakh rupees. Then all these cases, what will happen? The 60 days shall be read as 182 days. Right? Only in case of the third exception, if the total income exceeds 15 lakh, it will be read as 120 days. Okay, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, friends, do you have any query up to this? Do you have any doubt?
Sir, does the deemed resident need to be a citizen of India?
You see, it's not necessary. Okay, let me tell you the deemed let me show you once again. Yeah, as I told you, 1 second, let me show you that particular provision. At that time, I had also shown you, know, he should be a resident in India. But otherwise, for residential status, citizenship doesn't matter. But when coming to deemed resident concept, you see, are you able to see the screen? Screen is visible or not?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Just a minute. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. For deemed, yeah, I think it is visible now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you know. You see, for 1 second. As I told you for the beginning, citizenship doesn't matter for applying the normal provisions of or arriving at the residential status. But while coming to deemed citizen, it is relevant. I'm looking for that particular slide. Just a minute. I think before that. Yeah, you see, under deemed citizen person, as you can see, can you read here? What is here? What is written
Yes,
here?
sir. Being an Indian citizen.
Being an Indian citizen. For this provision, citizenship is relevant. But for other provisions, as I told you, for the very beginning, you see, on the basis of application of this thing, counting number of days, or you can see it here, the residence of an individual for income tax purpose has nothing to do with the citizenship or place of birth or domicile. This particular concept is relevant only when you are considering residency on the basis of number of days of stay. Okay, when you are applying these conditions, what is relevant to you is the number of days of stay. It has nothing to do with the citizenship. right? But when you are deciding citizenship on the basis of this new provision, their citizenship is important. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Any other query you have?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll catch up in some other time. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.